Hello and welcome back to our writing project. This is lesson 7. Now, last lesson we looked at how to write the habitat section of our non-chronological report, so where our creature lives, and you should have written this in your books. Today we will be writing the next and final section, which is the behaviour section, and this is all about what your animal does, so you've got a lot of choice on what you focus on. We're going to look at the platypus example. You may choose completely different behaviours for your section, but we can still maybe steal some fronted adverbials or sentence structures. So let's read this together. Behaviour. Newborn platypuses are extremely vulnerable. Vulnerable means they can easily be killed. They're not strong, they're very weak, as they are blind and hairless. Now, maybe your creature, you could steal that. You could say newborn eagles are extremely vulnerable as they are featherless and blind. You could talk about the newborn for whatever your creature is. Most creatures, when they are born, are vulnerable. You may have one that isn't, but check that out. Now, the next sentence. In common with all mammals, they feed on milk from their mother. If your creature is a mammal, then you can steal this example. In common with all mammals is a fronted adverbial, and it means like all mammals. It's a formal, fancy way of saying like all mammals. If you have done a bird, then you could say in common with all birds, their mother feeds them in the nest. Or if you've done a reptile, you could say, in common with all reptiles, they hatch from an egg. This is if you want to talk about your creature's babies. Next sentence. This is a complex sentence because it has a subordinate clause. Although they are born with small teeth, these fall out when the babies are still young. And then the last sentence is all about how when they leave their mother's burrow. At around 4 months old, that's a fronted adverbial, the young platypuses leave their mother's burrow and become fully independent a few months later. Now, I'll tell you what, I've just realised when I wrote this, because I wrote the platypus text, I've completely focused my behaviour on baby platypuses, and I hadn't realised I'd done that. Now, you might want to do that, but you don't have to. And actually, the example that we're going to do together in a moment with the lion, I am not really going to talk about baby lions, so I'm showing you that you do have a choice. So let's look at this. I've got some notes here for a lion. Behaviour. Social. Social means they like to live with other members of their own species. Humans are social, dogs are social. Social, live in groups called prides. A pride is like a pack of lions, a group of lions, and these can be up to 30 lions. They are fierce predators, they're dangerous to humans. Now, I didn't know this, but female lions do most of the hunting, and lions have no predators. Okay, nothing hunts lions, apart from humans sometimes. Although hyenas will try and compete with lions, they will try and steal their prey that they've just killed. So you can watch me now turn these notes into a paragraph. Okay, so lions are social creatures, and I'll put a relative clause, which live in groups called prides. Okay, which live in group called prides of up to 30 animals. Now, I could say 30 lions, but listen how that would sound. Lions are social creatures which can live in groups called prides of up to 30 lions. You don't want to repeat the word lions. So if I say animals, I could also say members. if you're writing about a social creature that lives with other animals, then you can say that. If you are not writing, if your creature lives on its own, you need this word, solitary. Solitary is the opposite of social. So, for example, bears are solitary. They don't live in a group. So if you're writing about bears, you could say bears are solitary creatures which, apart from when they are raising their young, live alone. So if you want to talk about your creature being social or solitary, you may have to do some more research. Now, you could say they are fierce predators and are extremely dangerous to humans. I'd like to use a fronted adverbial, and I've just thought of one. Famously. Everybody knows that lions are dangerous. If you were to ask someone, tell me something about lions, they would say lions are dangerous. That means it's a famous fact. Famously, comma, I've now, because I've added a fronted adverbial, my they is now lowercase. Famously, they are fierce predators and are extremely dangerous to humans. Females do most of the hunting. When I read this, I was really surprised. So I might say, interestingly, females do most of the hunting. Right? Last bit is no predators, although hyenas try and compete with them. So I'm going to say these magnificent mammals, that means the lions, and magnificent mammals is alliteration. These magnificent mammals have no predators, although hyenas often try and steal their kills. And then I might add, sadly, humans hunt lions for sport, although this is now illegal as they are an endangered species. Right, let's read this before we finish. Lions are social creatures which live in groups called prides of up to. Now look, I've already noted, there we are, mistake. This is why we need to read it back. Lions are social creatures which live in groups called prides of up to 30 members. Famously, they are fierce predators and are extremely dangerous to humans. Interestingly, females do most of the hunting. These magnificent mammals have no predators, although hyenas often try and steal their kills. Sadly, humans hunt lions for sport, although this is now illegal as they are an endangered species. Now, actually, it's not illegal in all countries. So I'm going to say in many countries. And as they are an endangered species is a subordinate clause, so we've got a comma. So you have a massive amount of choice in which part of your creature's behaviour you are going to write about. It may be their young, it may be how they catch their food, it may be whether they are social or solitary, are they dangerous, are they hunted, are they hunters, do they have prey, are they a prey animal, so is your animal hunted by another animal? You could say, it has a predator. How does it escape from its predators? We're looking at maybe between 3 and 5 sentences. If you can put at least one fronted adverbial in there, brilliant. If you can use a synonym like these magnificent mammals or these curious creatures, that would be wonderful. I will look forward to reading your section on behaviour. Good luck, thanks for watching, and I will see you next lesson.